Welcome to Grandpa Sees the Blinking. Please don't take anything Grandpa says as financial advice and do your own research. Okay, so why 257 is coming fast? Well, I'll tell you why. And who knows if it'll actually hit it, but I think you're probably going to. 257 is blinking times 49, shorting. And did it pause? It paused, but it was doing it. And we got a major green candle here in somewhere. Let me get this thing adjusted. We're currently at 248.20 and rising. But they did it for about 10 minutes or so. Last 10 minutes, 258, 257 times 49 per blink. That's 4,900 shares per blink, and they were doing it at least 30, 40 times per minute. So that gave us some upward pressure. In conjunction with that, they've been shorting at 260 times 1 and then times 2. Both of them seem to be paused at the very moment. Okay. On the buy side today, we've had 238 times 2 buying. 238 times 2, that's 200 shares per blink. And that's been a pretty prevalent number throughout the day, on and off. 240 times 1, 233.77 times 1 has been very prevalent. 233.77. 235.78 times 1, 237.03 times 1, 242.10 times 4, all on the buy side. And what you'll notice there is to raise the price up, they went from 240, and they did this 233.77 and 235.78 at the same time if they wanted to make a bear flag. But then they did 237.03 and 242.10. And what's going on there is, as they raise those numbers on the buy side a little bit higher and higher and higher, they really don't have to do much on the sell side to pull it up there. Just by raising the other one, it gives it enough adjustment so we can get a bounce. But now this 257 times 49 is non-existent. They quit doing it. So this could be just a flash in the pan. If that thing would keep blinking, this bus would go straight up. It did go straight up as soon as they started doing it. We were running straight sideways, and so it's interesting to Grandpa at least. So one thing that I wanted to cover, I tried to cover it in my pre-market news, but I started coughing. Grandpa was coughing so much he couldn't even. But Grandma gave Grandpa some gum. You probably can hear me smacking. It's because I'm chewing gum, and that way I'm not coughing. Okay, what I want to talk about is the time that different areas of substance started forming. So let's go back down to the bottom on the buy side and start with that, okay? On 8/23, 225 they started building their position at 225, and they did it for approximately 4 days, and they've returned down. There's a little periodically bits and pieces, but they built the place of substance starting back on 8/23. Well, the date today is 9/26, so a little more than a month ago they were down there. And on 8/24/23 they started building the 229, 230 area, and they actually did that for 4 or 5 days in and out, and sometimes pretty strongly. So 229, 230, that's a place of substance that we haven't gotten to, as well as the 225. And there again, it's a little bit over a month old since they've been there, but it's not unusual for these guys to take 2 months to get to a place of substance. So, and probably longer than that. It's only based on Grandpa's limited knowledge. I've only been tracking the blinking for a little over 8 months now. And the 239 number that we just blew through yesterday by around 50, 60 cents or something like that, or 30 cents, I don't remember. We started building that position on 8/30. 8/30. Oh, gee, another couple days here. By probably Friday, or we'll have one solid month. And on that number. So it broke through there on yesterday on 9/25, and are we going to return back down through that? Absolutely. They're already filling it in. They did 242 times 4 today. They're trying to stay. They did 240 times 1 today. And there's not much there. They'll buzz through that like a chainsaw. And they're trying to build up at 238 and below is what it looks like they're really doing. Don't be deceived by these guys. In Grandpa's opinion, they're doing all the buying as they possibly can, and as little selling, shorting as they possibly can. Talking about the market makers. They are in a buying mode. Don't let them fool you. They want to buy your shares. They want to replace whatever they can, and they'll bore us to death. They'll make us think it's going up. They'll do whatever they have to. Just like this 257 times 49 for 10 minutes that shut down. Will they use that number again today? I would venture to say they most likely will. When they want it to go where they want it to go. 260 times 10 is blinking again. Did I do the sell side? I don't think so. So now we're going to talk about the sell side. Well, today on the sell side, early on pre-market, they did some at 271.10 times 50 in the pre-market. And you know what that did? It pulled us straight up. The pre-market guys had us pulled way down in the basement. And when they started doing that, 271.10 times 50 in the pre-market, it went straight up. And about $3, and then they quit doing it. It was, and it wasn't blinking all that quick either. Pre-market never does. So as far as shorting, they've done some at 256.55 times 1 was somewhat prevalent. 254.65 times 1, somewhat prevalent. And them two numbers I think we're going to probably see maybe today or tomorrow yet. I think we're going to go there. 260.06 times 1 and then times 2, 257, of course, times 49 for 10 minutes. But they can do a lot of shares in that short time. Okay, let's talk about places of substance to sell. Back on 9/11/23. 9/11/23. So what is that? 20 days ago or something like that? Getting close to it? I don't know. 9/11/23, 280. Started out pretty much all day doing times 3, 300 shares per blink, 30, 40 times a minute. And then they bumped her up to 65. 65 times 100, 6,500 shares per blink. And they loaded up 280 with shorts. They got to go there. When we going to see 280? Grandpa don't know for sure. All I know is we're going to see it. And they've loaded up there yesterday at the close. The number that brought us down, straight down into the toilet after the close yesterday, all the way till 8 p.m. You know what number they used? 280. It was the only thing on the screen the last 3 hours till 8 p.m. 2.5, 3 hours. And they shorted it up at 280 after hours. They love to show well, we have our secret weapon. They love to show Grandpa what they're going to do and what they are doing. So I thought you'd find that interesting. These dates are important somewhat because it gives you an idea of the timeline, how long it takes them to get somewhere. Let's see. I'm looking to see if I see anything on these screens that is 242.10 is still blinking times 4, buying. Nothing really happening down below it at the moment. It's actually pretty quiet right now. You know, at 11:30, we're getting a bear flag. Well, we should. They quit blinking that 257 times 49. You just about think we'd get a retracement, and we are. She's coming down some. It's already down in the 247.50 range. Oh man, now Grandpa went and lost his train of thought. wonder what I was going to say. Does anybody know? So anyway, keep in mind, in Grandpa's humble opinion, he thinks the market makers are trying to buy everything they can before they really turn this thing out. They're going to fake us. They're going to take us up, I believe, eventually in the mid 250s probably, in an attempt to make us think we got something rocking and rolling here in the near term. But I think I think they want more. They've got long positions from 263, 260. They took out our place of substance, so they got a ton of them there. They took out our place of substance at 239 to 243 area. And that was a strong place of substance, much stronger than the 260 was. And they have a ton of long positions that they were committed to them before they even got there, but they own them now. But they have money and they can wait, and it's only a question of how much more they're going to gather before they make the turn up. And Grandpa I just don't know. I don't know. I know it's going down right now, currently. What I expect them to do is, at a bare minimum, going to the 239 again, 238 area, and maybe even a little bit below it. I just don't know. But I think they're going to clean, at a bare minimum, they're going to clean that area up again before they head up for real. But on the other hand, it's very likely, with all the news that they've been putting out and stuff, that they're going to probably go down and do that 229, 230 area in our near future, a place of substance. Keep in mind, any place you buy that's a place of substance, you want to buy where the market makers are buying. They bought a ton at 260, they bought a ton at 239 area, and they bought a ton at 229, 230. Them are places of substance to buy. Buy where they buy. We will sell where they sell. And they sold at 275, 277, 278, 279, and 280. You absolutely will see them numbers in your near future. But you're also going to see 225 before it's over. I just don't know which way they're going to go first. All I can tell you is my opinion is they're going to go down and clean up 239 area again, 238. And at that point in time, hopefully we'll get more direction if they're going to just blow through it or turn again. So, okay, well, thank you for caring. I hope I didn't forget to tell you something I just don't remember. Oh, under 20 minutes, I better go. God bless you. All good things are from the Lord. And I'll see you around 4:07 p.m., Lord willing. Bye-bye.